Porsche has gone crazy. ...650 horsepower. Zero to 100 in 3.3 seconds. Top speed of 330 kilometers per hour, the same as a Lamborghini Urus S, and handles like a proper sports car. Who said this is an SUV? Look at this thing go. And I am in comfort mode right now, not even in sports plus mode. And it comes with these brilliant carbon ceramic brakes that you have to warm up before you actually start pushing the car, because otherwise they need some time to bite. But the rear axle steering coming into play, the torque vectoring, the Porsche active suspension management. Woo! And it sounds good as well. Twin turbo V8 in this car. And look at this. It makes me feel like I'm a racing driver driving a Porsche 911 across the bend. It's so flat, it's so steady, so stable. And now it's time for Sport Plus, and it just opens up. You can hear that V8 growl. Brakes. Look at that. And it will slide. It will slide if you push it. What a car this thing is. What a car. Your one car garage. Porsche Cayenne Turbo GT. If you've driven a Cayenne in the past, you will be able to see the linear progression of how the Cayenne has just become better and better and better at what it does. Initially, it was very analog, obviously, very heavy steering wheel, hydraulic power steering. As the series have gone on and as we have reached the Porsche Cayenne Turbo GT, this generation, this feeling of handling, flat out acceleration, flat out turning has become better and better. 130 kilometers per hour and it's accelerating through that bend. I'm not kidding. The engineers at Porsche definitely know how to tune a car. And this being an SUV, a tall riding SUV, can slide, accelerate, and keep up with the best of the sports cars while carrying 4 people. 8-speed Tiptronic gearbox, the only model in the range that gets a Tiptronic. Everything else from Porsche stables gets a PDK, obviously not the electric cars. And one of the reasons why they have to put a Tiptronic box is because it's got an off-road feature as well. That means you can take this car off-roading. Now, the Cayenne Turbo GT is a monster of a vehicle. But if you don't want to get a monster of a vehicle, you want a calm, sedate car, the base Cayenne also is equally very impressive. Even the Cayenne S, in fact, the Cayenne S is probably the best car you can buy from the whole Cayenne range. Value for money and the perfect sweet spot. Yes, it's better than the GTS as well. But, I mean, if you want to be a proper hooligan, then you need a car such as this. You need a toy such as this, because this is your perfect one-car garage. Put it onto the highway and cruise. It's effortless. It's got enough power, enough torque, enough down-low grunt to make sure you're always on top of the game. Maneuvering is super easy because it's got rear axle steering. So it's very nimble, very agile, holds the road very comfortably and makes you very confident with your driving. It's got all the ADAS systems that you need, lane keep assist, adaptive cruise control, all the autonomous driving features that you need and legally can activate are there on this. It's got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, very, very comfortable while on the road. So when you're doing a highway drive, it's extremely comfortable. But this is not a sports car. This is a luxury 4-seater family SUV. And what is going on with it? We're going to find out right now because a lot is going on with Porsche as a brand and the Cayenne as a product. So first, we're going to talk about Porsche as a brand. Porsche changed the fate of itself when it made the Cayenne. The Cayenne became the most successful car in the history of Porsche, in terms of sales obviously, and it made Porsche a household name. The Cayenne is a significant pillar of what Porsche stands for today. Close to 25 or 30% of its annual sales come from the Cayenne. That is a significant number. The rest of the sales in the SUV category come from the Macan, making the SUV category close to 50% of total global sales for Porsche. At the same time, a lot has been going on, like I told you. In 2022, we saw Porsche launch its IPO. That means it went public, it launched shares. That means every common person can go buy a Porsche stock, own the company. The share price took off, but then it came down. Today, it is at its lowest level. And this is not because the company is not profitable. No, the company is profitable, but this is due to various other reasons that I'm going to let you know right now. Firstly, sales in China. Sales in China are down by 28%, which is a very large number. This has impacted the Panamera, which is the most popular car in China. Secondly, the global sentiment around EVs is currently negative. That means people around the world are not buying EVs. The residual values or secondary market of EVs are also going down. Governments and brands across the world are pushing the EV deadline. That means they're extending how quickly you can adopt an EV. This makes it difficult for Porsche because they need to now change the entire thought process revolving around EVs. They just launched a brand new Macan, which is completely EV, which is coming into, again, like I said, a negative sentiment. The entry-level sports cars, which are the Boxster and the Cayman, were supposed to go all EV. Now Porsche needs to extend their life by providing new engines, new powertrains, and new tech into the cars. Even the ICE Macan is being extended. So depending on which part of the world you are in, you can buy an EV, an ICE, or a hybrid car from Porsche, which is what every other brand is doing. All of this requires a significant investment from Porsche. They have invested close to $800 million in building new powertrains or new thought processes and tech for these cars. So this impacts the profitability on a global level. And then we have the funniest and the most controversial topic, which is the US tariffs. Obviously, Porsche is made in Germany and US is by far their largest market in terms of all the cars. So tariffs are definitely going to impact Porsche prices in the US. How that's going to play out, you and me are both going to look at the other news outlets and see what happens over there. But all is not lost because Porsche has managed to find the balance between practicality, luxury, performance, and being a status symbol at the same time. Look at any Porsche, all of them are aspirational and desirable. In fact, Porsches have a higher residual value in the secondary market than most competitors have. Even the fact that they make the maximum amount of profit on an average per car between $17,000 to $23,000 per car. So they definitely make money. Even in 2024, which was a challenging year, the global sales was only down by -3% compared to what 2023 was. That means even though China went down by 28%, the rest of the world came in and bought more Porsches. It was the most successful year for the 911, just to let you know. So definitely I know for the fact that Porsche is going to come out of this stronger than ever. And one of the reasons it's going to come back stronger than ever is this particular car, the Cayenne Turbo GT. So let's take a look with what's happening with it. I already told you, it performs brilliantly. So this is the Cayenne Turbo GT. This is top dog. But that doesn't mean this is the only Cayenne you can buy, because you can buy close to 13 types of Cayennes. Yes, 13. You get 6 as a coupe, 6 as a regular SUV shape, and then the 13th one is this one. Obviously, this is a coupe style car. But before we get into those details, you can get a Cayenne, Cayenne S, SE Hybrid, GTS, Turbo E Hybrid, and obviously then the Turbo GT. All of these are available as a coupe and as a regular SUV. And then to top it all off, you have the Cayenne Turbo GT, which is the big daddy of them all in a coupe style. Now, prices start at 380,000 dirhams for the base car and go up to 847,000 dirhams for this thing. That means there is a Cayenne for everybody in the whole range. This is how Porsche maintains one of its profitability pillars, making sure that there is enough price band for you to buy a car, entry level or top end. The second pillar for profitability for Porsche is platform sharing. That means this particular car shares platform with everything else in the Volkswagen group. Well, by everything I mean the Audi A6, A7, A8, Q8, Volkswagen Touring. And then the engine on the Porsche Cayenne Turbo GT is also shared with its other cousins, Audi RS7 Performance, Audi RS Q8, Lamborghini Urus Performante. The pre-facelift car of the Porsche Cayenne Turbo GT also held the record for the fastest SUV around the Nürburgring. Now the record is held by the Audi RS Q8 Performance. I'm sure when Porsche takes this thing around the track, it will get the record back. Since Turbo GT is just a variant, it's actually based on the regular Cayenne. Look-wise, it's pretty much the same, except for the fact that it's more muscular, more brawnier, sits lower, has a wider kit, and obviously wider intakes for breathing better. 22-inch rims. This is a beautiful Turbo GT design. Deep Sea Blue is what the name of the paint scheme on the rims are. This is a PTS paint scheme from exclusive manufacturer. 13,000 dirhams for this. 2,000 dirhams for getting the wheels painted to this. Also, carbon ceramic brakes as well. Got carbon fiber over here, a spoiler over here, a spoiler over here, very aggressive looking rear. Turbo GT badging. You have the entire LED light bar, and also this is a spec. So this type of design on the rear light bar is a spec. You have the phenomenal looking exhaust over here. Carbon fiber on this part as well. By the way, if you notice the exhaust interiors are blue. So this is exclusive to the Turbo GT only. You can spec similar looking exhaust on other Cayennes, but the ones on the Turbo GT are just wider and thicker. Now let's go see the interiors. The interiors on the Porsche Cayenne Turbo GT are phenomenal. There's touchscreens here, there's a touchscreen for the passenger, and this display has gone all digital and can be customized. Heads-up display as well, sport chrono pack over here. It looks spectacular. The materials are absolutely stunning and can be customized to a T. I love the finish of the race text and the combination with leather and carbon fiber across the car. Look at this thing. It's got the integrated headrest into the sports seat over here with the Turbo GT badging here and here. The race text over here with the inner lining, which looks superb with the blue shade, the contrast stitching. Everything inside this is to love, and it is very minimalist. The entire infotainment is very easy to operate, and there's a ton of exclusive manufacturer options like the seats, the stitching, the steering wheel, the type of infotainment. But with all of this platform sharing and DNA sharing, has Porsche lost the essence of Porsche? Or does it still retain that Porsche performance pixie dust? Does it still have that magic recipe that you can identify a car being a Porsche the second you drive it? The Audi RS Q8 is very understated. The Lamborghini Urus is very in your face. The Bentley Bentayga is complete luxury. But the Porsche Cayenne Turbo GT is a mix of all of them. It brings you Urus level of performances. Obviously the RS Q8 does that as well. But this is a bit more premium in pricing and in badging. So that means it sits above the RS Q8 but below the Lamborghini Urus in branding. Nothing to do with performance, nothing to do with how good the car is, just in brand perception. For me, this is the perfect car. If I have to buy one car and just use that for the rest of my time, this is that car. This is how good it is. I for sure am advocating, yes, go buy a Porsche Cayenne Turbo GT over anything else, because that's how good it is. The pricing starts at 840,000 dirhams in the UAE. That's around $200,000 give or take. But start playing around with the configurator and the exclusive manufacturer and PTS options, you're looking at a cool million dirhams. So roughly around $260,000, $270,000, maybe slightly more than that. 300,000 benchmark, give or take. And you can actually spec this car to that kind of levels if you want to go really all out. That's me signing off with the Porsche Cayenne Turbo GT. Stay tuned at the Cornea Impression. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, click on the bell icon, and do all of that so that I can keep bringing you these kind of cars and making sure that you live your dreams via the Cornea Impression. These are my impressions on the Cayenne Turbo GT. Go get one. Time for me to drive. See you guys.